All right, we're back here at Lake of the Ozarks. We just finished up Bassmaster Open #2 on Lake Ouachita. Super cool lake. There's a lot to do there. And after 5 days of practice, I really didn't feel like I saw as much of the lake as I needed to. But, you know, it wasn't the tournament I wanted. I finished, I think, like 100th place or something like that out of 225 anglers, which is not good, especially because that lake really sets up for how I like to fish. We had water temperatures approaching 50 degrees. We had a lot of stained water in the lake, which is always good for shallow power fishing, which I really like. And you know, I had a good practice, and it didn't lead to a very good tournament, unfortunately. First day of the tournament, I pretty much caught them everywhere I thought I was going to catch one. And I caught them, you know, kind of how I wanted to. I started on some grass with a jerk bait and caught 3 or 4 keepers there. They weren't very big. I was catching some nicer fish there, you know, in practice, and thought the potential was there for a big one. I missed 3 bites. I saw them come up on my live scope, and they looked like better fish, and they would just nip at that jerk bait. I'd pull back on them, and you know, they'd come off. Unfortunately, I can't say I really even hooked them. You know, you just have them for a split second and they'd be gone. So just some light biters, but jerk bait, threw several different jerk baits. I got this one with a crankbait attached to it right now, but this little translucent kind of pink job here, that guy there, and another one were pretty productive for me. I switched it up if they were following one, or based on water clarity. I threw that brighter one in a little bit, you know, more stained water. But I was doing a lot of my damage on a red crankbait. I threw several. In practice, I was catching a bunch, and that really failed me in the tournament. But first day, went out, caught those jerkbait fish, ran as far as you could up the river, flipped a little jig on 14-pound Bass Pro Shops fluorocarbon line. I've got that new Bass Pro Shops carbon light reel, which I absolutely love. I'm switching back over to all the Bass Pro Shops gear this year, and the new equipment is awesome. You need to check it out. So went up there, culled everything I had on the jig, hit another spot with a jerk bait, culled a couple times, caught one on that crankbait actually that was a good fish, culled again. And you know, the last 2 hours of the day, I just unfortunately didn't do a whole lot. So second day, I decided not to start in the grass, went up that river, and you know, threw the chatterbait. This is the new XPS chatterbait, which is awesome, a little bit cheaper, great hook, awesome components, awesome new bait from Bass Pro Shops, and my Trophy Bass Company spinner bait with that orange kicker. And man, the fish just didn't cooperate. I got 7 or 8 keeper bites, tried to make some stuff happen, and it just didn't work. You know, the fish were smaller. Went back down to my grass fish, and they didn't bite either. Had a couple bites on that jig at the end of the day that really would have bumped me up, and unfortunately they didn't get in the boat. I lost several fish on a jig this week that would have helped, and that usually doesn't happen. So just a weird tournament, but the next one's at Santee Cooper, and really big fish there, looking for a little bit of redemption. So excited to get to South Carolina and see what Santee Cooper's all about. So hopefully a better tournament next time, and we'll catch you at the next tournament.